triple threat, Tony Yazbeck took on a thrilling new challenge when he stepped into the role of J.M. Barrie in Finding Neverland. I'm here at the Lunt-Fontanne Theatre to catch up with the star. Hey, Tony.
Hello, thank you.
Thank you for inviting us to your very plush, very cool dressing room.
And thank you for coming.
I love how you decorated it.
Actually, this is mostly Matthew's decorations, and he just left a couple things in the room. And
Matt Morrison, your predecessor.
Yes, the man
he
who
left
started
you lots of
role.
cool things. He left you
He left
shadow
a couple
bar.
things in the role. Yeah, yes, and I said, oh, sure, I'll take it. It's a lot of wall to cover. This is actually a very large dressing room. It's one of the largest dressing rooms I've ever had before. So.
Yes, it's the star dressing room.
It is.
Because you
the
are the star, the Lunt-Fontanne.
Yes.
You are the star. You are the headliner.
Oh, well, okay.
Of Finding Neverland.
Thank you. I'm having a blast playing this role.
Tell me about joining this huge company.
Let's see, I first saw the show last September, and I looked at it, and they asked me about it, and I just felt overwhelmed by the heart of this piece. And I saw this character, and I just thought about what could I put into it to personify it for myself, and I just realized how much I just got really excited to put my own thing into it.
I mean, I saw it on Sunday. I brought my son, and he loved it. My son is 8.
And it's perfect for an 8-year-old.
You know, it's very emotional, this show, but that sort of floated over him, and he just was tapping into the magic of it.
Yeah.
So it really does speak to people on different levels.
I think so, we had this older man in the front row, front center, and we were singing the final number right before we bow, and this man was just crying, just weeping, and I just thought, that's why we do theater. You know, we have kids out there, and whenever there's kids out there, I have a better show just because you can feel their energy. It's like an overwhelming sensation to feel that. And then when you have an older man, you know, say in his 80s, just weeping about whatever is going on with him, you feel like you're part of something really special.
Are you excited to have Sandy Duncan join the show?
Yeah, Sandy Duncan's coming. I mean, I've looked up to her for years.
It's such a fun Peter Pan connection.
She is Peter Pan, you know, and she's coming into our show very soon, and we're all very excited. It's like this quintessential, it just feels like kismet with this show and her, and she's coming back to this theater, which is where she did Peter Pan in the first place. So she's a wonderful woman, yeah.
So you are known as a triple threat. You're known as a dancer. And this feels like a different level for you as far as Broadway is concerned. You've obviously played lots of leading men, but this is something really special.
It is. I think it's, I look at this show more as a play than as a musical. I look at it as a play with these beautiful tunes in ways where we sing and we dance a little bit, we move. I look at it as a story, and if I see it that deep and profound, it helps me facilitate what I have to say and how I have to make them feel out there. And that being said, just learning a new accent, I had never learned Scott before, and that was actually difficult at first. It took me a while, but once I had it, it was like in my blood. And so there was a lot of preparation to go into this. So yeah, I only had a couple.
You're doing a Scottish accent, but everyone around you is doing a British accent.
I know. So you're hearing all these other things, and you're going, just stay there. But I had a great dialect coach. She was fantastic, and we were doing Skype sessions even over Christmas before I even started rehearsal. So I had a lot of prepared time before I did this.
Okay, we have to talk about your album.
Sure.
Which I've been listening to
Oh,
nonstop.
thank you.
It's so good.
I'm so excited about it.
It's called The Floor Above Me.
The Floor Above Me.
I said it right. The Floor Above Me.
Yeah.
And it's so old school, which I love. But you also have some of the banter from your show.
Yes.
So tell me about including some of the stories. In case people don't know, you sing your songs, but you also sort of tell a little bit of personal information.
There is. There's a little bit of a story arc through the show. It has a little bit of a concept in that way, in a couple of different themes. But instead of doing a live recording of my solo show, I wanted to get in there and get it a little more intimate and tell the story a little deeper, and I thought I could only do that in a studio recording.
It does feel intimate because there you are in our ears, talking to us.
And we have about 7 pieces playing, and so there is a little dialogue between certain numbers, and there's a lot of tap dancing on the album.
Is that you tap dancing?
Yes,
You're really
me
it's recorded tap
and my
dancing.
cohorts. I have Melinda Sullivan in there and Clyde Alves. They're helping me on different numbers and stuff, but mainly it's my feet.
Is it weird to tap dance for a recording?
It's actually kind of fun. It's a little different. You don't have to.
Sweats,
I don't have to worry about what my arm looks like, as I'm moving around, and because I love tap dancing, but I also love the ability to move around and use the whole body and find my own style through movement. When you're in the studio, you can kind of just focus on the feet and make sure everything sounds really, really perfect.
So you have gotten a lot of new fans from being in Prince of Broadway in Japan.
Yes.
The Japanese fans are a little bit excited about
They're pretty
the
awesome.
Broadway people, aren't they?
Yeah, they're great, and they are the most generous, most gracious fans I've ever met. They're just. We got these gifts and cards and these bento boxes at the stage door every
that's nice.
day. I don't even know if I ate lunch on my own once because there was always a lunch right in front of me. It was just incredible, a remarkable experience for us all. And they've even come to see Finding Neverland. I had a whole bunch of fans last week. They came and they said they had the Prince of Broadway and we saw you in Osaka, and I was like, I can't believe you're here.
Now, what I always heard about this dressing room was that it had a pink bathtub that Elizabeth Taylor put in.
Yes, that's what I heard too. There's stories are going around. I think Elizabeth Taylor,
supposedly
she just lounged out in the bathtub. She probably had a glass of champagne and she was drinking.
Isn't that what you do?
So
You have a bar.
I don't lounge in a bathtub, but I do it, in an sometimes ice bath or on the town was always ice baths, but
This is a lot less dance for you than usual.
It is less dance, and I'm totally thankful for that in my life. I'm healing still from on the town and feeling much more normal these days. Now I get beat up in the show. Like the end of Act 1 is like Circus of Your Mind into Stronger. Is like
you're up
these
and
guys
down
just,
that bench.
Yeah,
you're ripping off your
these
shirt.
pirates just throw you around on stage, and you're just like hoping to God one of your limbs doesn't break and everything. But it's
so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good. I'm having a blast. They're great. I feel very safe.
Very safe.
Yeah, but yeah. Oh, but even this dressing room. I'm trying to think. Nathan Lane, I think, when he was in Addams Family.
He got rid of the pink bathtub?
I hope I'm getting this correct, but I think he installed a beautiful state-of-the-art shower that is in there now. And
so people just leave you stuff. Matthew Morrison left you
thank you,
his
Matthew.
vibe
He's
and
got
his
this
furniture.
Vibe, and I accept the vibe.
Well, thank you for letting us come and invade your space.
You got it. Anytime.
See Finding
There's
Neverland. There's lots of room. Everybody can come.
Yes, please, come on up.
You're never in here. You're always on stage. So there you go.
Pretty much.
Well, thank you, Tony.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.